Hi guys, welcome to the third video in mastering social media management, and today we're going to be talking about how to get clients with no experience as a social media manager. I'm sure you must have learned in the very first video what does a social media manager do, and then how does a person become a social media manager. In the second video we talked about the essential skills you need to possess as a new social media manager, or even if you are a seasoned social media manager. In this video I'm going to be talking about what a lot of people want to know. How do I get clients with no experience as a social media manager? And even if you are an experienced social media manager, you will still find this video very helpful because it's on how to get clients. Now, you might be asking yourself, I've learned everything I need to know when it comes to social media management. How exactly do I find my first social media marketing client? If you're just starting a social media, like as a social media manager with a small business or with a company or with a brand, especially if you're just starting and you're a freelancer, it might be very hard finding that first client. But fingers crossed, I am going to help you with some of these tips. Yeah, my top tips to get a client as a social media manager. Number one, establish your portfolio to convince people that you're the right candidate for them, or you can manage their business or their brand. You want to establish your portfolio. You must demonstrate your abilities, because trust me, if you don't demonstrate your abilities, people will not be convinced. Your portfolio is like your graphical resume, and every social media manager should have a graphical resume. In the next video, I'm going to be talking about how to create a portfolio, and you guys, I'm going to give you an assignment on creating a portfolio. Now, due to clients' busy schedules, the average individual is unlikely to take the time out of their day to learn about what exactly your services are, and this is where your portfolio comes in. You probably only have like a few minutes to convince them about what it is that you do and every single thing, and it is therefore imperative for you to establish a professional portfolio, even if you're just starting. So what should be included in your portfolio? Number one, your portfolio should be easy to navigate. I don't want to be reading so much jargons. I don't want it to be very mumbled up and everything. Your portfolio should be easy to navigate so that a potential client will see if you're the right fit for them and their brand. Number two, your portfolio should be aesthetically pleasing, because if it is not aesthetically pleasing, trust me, a lot of people would lose interest. For me, I like aesthetics a lot, so poor presentation can even make high quality projects seem like was less impressive and all. Number three, your portfolio has to be very cohesive. You need to include projects that you've worked on or things that you're continue offering. And if you're a new social media manager, your portfolio has to have case studies of pages that you've managed. And I'm going to talk about that more in when we're talking about how to create a portfolio. And number four, your portfolio has to be very diverse. You need to include variety to illustrate that you can work with different type of businesses, or the businesses that you work with in a niche. Your portfolio has to be very diverse. Number two, you need to develop your social media. A lot of social media managers out there keep forgetting that number one, you are the main brand. Number two, if your main brand is not selling, a lot of people will not come to meet you. So you need to develop your social media. It is not uncommon for most freelance social media managers who are just starting to forget to develop their own social media presence. And there are two major drawbacks to this. One, it can make you appear less professional if you neglect your brand as a freelancer. Because if you neglect your brand as a freelancer, how are we so sure you're not going to neglect the business brand that you're managing? As a result, you miss out of the opportunity to demonstrate your expertise, and prospective clients will not be able to find you. A lot of prospective clients find me because I've been able to build my personal brand. It is also very imperative that you treat your social media pages as a professional account. Like in your branded account, you probably shouldn't be getting into a political argument with your uncle, with your auntie. You shouldn't be commenting on pages like Instablog Nigeria and fighting in the comment section, or you shouldn't be commenting on the shade room and be arguing with people in the comment section with your branded account, because it will distract you from work, and it will also give like a very bad tone about who it is that you are and who that brand is, basically. Furthermore, your social media can also be an effective tool for connecting with potential clients. Like, even just because you're managing a page with a client doesn't mean you cannot get prospective clients or other potential clients that would expand your database. If you had a choice between choosing to work with a freelancer with over 500,000 followers and a freelancer with 50 followers, who would you go for? It's just an example, guys. It's just an example. Number three, leverage your relationships. One of the very efficient ways that I have used and I have learned as a new social media manager when I was starting was leveraging my relationships. My first few clients were my friends, were my family. Depending on your contacts, you may be able to connect with somebody that could benefit from your business, from your services through relationship with your friends and your family. Most times, all you need is to just tell them, okay, you know what, I'm just starting out as a social media manager, and just let your friends or your family help you share the word. You should be careful when you are completing projects for your friends or your family, because when money is involved, relationships can be strained. So if you charge them your typical rate, regardless of how long you've known each other, a lot of them might feel insulted. So I always advise people that when you're working with friends and family, most times you can offer free services for a specific period of time, and make sure you state it in the contract. Please state it in the contract. And if you want to learn about contracts, I've filmed a video about it before. I don't think I'll be filming any video about contracts anytime soon. So make sure to check the link in the description. I'm going to link a video about contracts in the description below. So make sure to watch it. Four, use free or low cost work to develop your resume. Now, for freelancers that are just starting, this is one of the very best tips you will receive. When I was starting to help build my resume and obtain testimonials, I offered my services for free and sometimes in exchange for other services. So you can look for different freelancers that you can exchange your services with and offer your services for free, exchange it, and then get testimonials from them. When you're looking for clients as a freelance social media manager, this is the first step that you should take. Now, getting used to working with people was another benefit of free work. Having testimonials from my previous clients made it easier for me to be able to pitch to my potential clients that this is what I've done before, and helped me nail down clients faster. Number five, network with other freelancers and businesses in your industry. And talking about networking, if you're looking for a community to belong to, I've created a community of close to 8,000 members on Telegram. The link is going to be in the description below. It's called the Social Media Haven. It is an haven for you to ask any question that you feel is very stupid and somebody would answer you. Don't be afraid to ask for referrals when you're networking, because referrals get you a step ahead, or takes you a step ahead and get your foot into the door. Generally, people are always very happy to help out a fellow freelancer, especially if they know that you would always do a great work. I'm always very good to recommend a whole lot of people to my friends, my family, brands, businesses, because I know that they will always do a great job. Number six, make sure you follow up after meeting with a potential client. A lot of people are so afraid to send a follow-up email. Please send that follow-up email. They might have forgotten. If it's somebody like me, please send that follow-up email, send that follow-up proposal, or let me know in case you missed this. And it just shows that you're proactive and that you're interested in working with them. A simple email or phone call can go a long way when sealing the deal with a potential client. Number seven, and this is one of the mistakes I made when I was starting: create an evergreen funnel. A lot of people don't have an evergreen lead generation funnel. Make sure you create it. And this is how I was able to get a lot of clients, a lot of people in my community, because I created a lead generation funnel that works. I'm currently revamping it. Right now, my website is under construction, but make sure that your services are always available to businesses who may need them once you have a steady flow of clients. Set up an evergreen funnel to generate more leads. And how do you set up an evergreen funnel? You can provide something for free. So what I did was I provided a free course for social media managers. It's not available right now, but it will be available very soon, because currently I am revamping my website. It's under construction. So you can give out a free ebook, you can give out a free webinar that gives out valuable information. It has to give out something that your ideal client will find valuable, and followed by a call to action or an information on how they can collaborate with you when it comes to your services and when it comes to your products. Two ways to find clients online. Most of the ones I've talked about are word of mouth and offline clients. Number one is warm leads from online sources. Now, when you're looking for clients as a freelance social media manager, it's always very easy to pitch your services to people that you already know. A warm online connection is someone who is currently connected to you or someone that you know. And the internet allows you to connect with people you know or people that you're familiar with. Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, Twitter. Reach out to them on LinkedIn, and then you can land your first clients on any of these platforms. Try this platform and see which one works for you. You don't have to be present on all of them. Trust me, you don't want to, you burn out. You can also use private messages to talk about new business. Now, let me now address this. I'm also going to talk about it in cold leads. Let me address this. Don't just go into the DM and say, oh, I'm a social media manager and everything. A good way to start a conversation is to ask questions. You can select something from the person's bio, select something from one of the person's posts, and then start a conversation around it. Trust me, everybody loves talking about themselves, especially me. I love talking about myself. So if you want to start a conversation, just look for something they've posted recently and start a conversation before you now introduce your services. That's warm leads. Warm the bed before you lie on it. Okay. The next one is cold leads from online sources. You can also find your first client by cold pitching online. I have not really done this, but it's something I'm really into do now that I'm a UGC content creator. Among these options are social media groups, their job boards, internet research, and email campaigns. You can find Facebook groups where your clients hang out. If you search for groups on Facebook, it's very easy. You can find Facebook groups in your niche, and you can join these groups and job listing groups basically. You can also search LinkedIn for opportunities and projects that match your skills and keyword. You can find both like niche groups and local groups on LinkedIn. A lot of people are sleeping on LinkedIn. I have like over 4,000 followers on LinkedIn right now, and I stopped sleeping on LinkedIn when I started my master's degree. You can also become a member of online communities, forums relevant to your target audience, participate in discussions, and provide valuable insights. People will start paying attention to you if you're offering them something, and if you look like an expert and sound like an expert, and what you're sharing is reasonable. Don't just be saying nonsense. You can also create like Google alerts, but be careful when you create Google alerts. It can literally clog up your email. So create Google alerts for certain keywords and phrases related to your services so that you can be notified when they are mentioned online. And that's one of the best ways to pitch your services and pitch what you do as a new social media manager. You can also find relevant tweet chats for your target audience or clients, and you can join in. And by doing so, you'll also be able to expand your network and also promote yourself. Now, Quora is also a very good platform for finding cold leads. Consider how you might solve certain problems for people in your target market. A lot of people use Quora a lot all over the world, and your services might be needed by somebody. One advice I would say is please, as a new social media manager, I know you're looking for your first client. Please avoid spamming groups with desperate posts about finding clients. Get to know other members by answering questions, get to know them by providing value, providing guidance. And after you've established this connection, you can now move to a private discussion platform to maybe explore job opportunities. Don't just be spamming them. Oh, I'm looking for a client. Oh, I'm looking for a client. Oh, I'm looking for a client. It just makes you look desperate and makes you look like you don't know what you're doing. As a social media manager, you can find your first clients through search engines and also job boards. Job boards like Fiverr, Upwork, Craigslist, Indeed, Google, Media Bistro. I love creatives, Thumbtack, freelancer.com, FlexJob, and so on and so forth. Now, one thing when it comes to finding your clients as a new social media manager is to know how to deal with rejection. When I got to the United Kingdom, I knew how to deal with rejection. I was like, okay, unfortunately, it's fine. Thank you. Don't be discouraged if you're turned down by a client. If you're not given the chance to present how you can help them, it's fine. Persistence is key. If you've tried 1 or 2 times and the client says they're not interested, just leave them alone. See, whenever you contact potential clients, be cautious, be respectful. Even if they don't have interest right now, they might remember you in future, or there might be another business that they want, or maybe another service or another product that they want at that moment. So that was a brand. The only first time I pitched something, I wanted to be like the social media team lead for the brand and everything, and I pitched my services to them, and I got rejected. But then they were willing to work with me as a creator. So most times it's not always a complete no and then they shut the door. They might want to work with you in different ways. Just be respectful, be cautious and everything. In conclusion, Getting clients as a social media manager can be very challenging, but the rewards are great. Trust me. Never give up, even if nobody wants what it is that you're selling right now. Somebody will want it in the future. You will always find another business that could benefit from your social media management skills as a social media manager. Now, for your assignment this week, I want you to go on some of these job boards, some of these job websites, and look for the ones that you think that you will be able to create profiles on, or you think will be able to work for you. And I want you to create profiles on one or two of them and send me a screenshot and submit it in the Google Drive link that will be provided for you in the description below. Don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to leave a comment and tell me what you think about this particular video. Yeah, I want to hear, what do you think, what have you learned? And I see you guys in the next one.